Celebrating Black History. Tonight, the story of a Texas family that started with practically nothing, yet became owners of vast amounts of land that has been passed down through several generations, creating opportunity and wealth. The land stretches for hundreds of acres in Victoria County, owned by a family that faced overwhelming odds.
It started with a dream that you could own something. And if you had enough grit, if you had enough perseverance and vision, you could make it work for you, but you could pass it down.
Mickey Flowers and her twin sister, Vicky Fabre, inherited the land, first purchased by their great-grandfather, Frederick Ridoff, and his brother, both former slaves.
They earned enough money to buy 200 acres for $500.
And this was what year?
1879.
So it's 14 years after Juneteenth.
14 years after Juneteenth.
An astounding accomplishment in the Jim Crow South. The family grew cotton, wheat, and corn, raised sheep, cattle, turkeys, and pigs. As children, the ranch became the twins' playground. Every time you both talk about growing up here, you're smiling.
Because it was a wonderful, idyllic life. It really was fun.
The twins' grandfather, Pete Ridoff, a skilled hunter and trapper, inherited his portion of the homestead in 1931. His wife, Gertrude Ross Ridoff, aka Grandma Gertie, was a 1917 grad of Prairie View A&M, a horse whisperer, and the family bookkeeper. Together, they expanded the ranch from the original 200 acres to nearly 3,000 acres.
Grandma Gertie described herself as a little bit of leather well put together. And she was as comfortable in a smart suit and a jaunty hat, a good pair of shoes, a nice handbag, a red strapless gown. I remember she was in her 60s when we saw her in a red strapless gown and said, whoa.
Grandma Gertie say the twins helped make Pete Ridoff the first Black millionaire in Victoria County.
They knew that the land was going to be the thing that would propel them into better lives. It would be the thing that would change the trajectory of their lives.
And it has.
And it has. It has. For 6 generations, this land has been in our family. Okay, so in case you're wondering, Mickey and Vicky, they're 10 minutes apart. I had to ask. Mickey, now retired, was a longtime news anchor in Seattle. Vicky is a lawyer and is still the executive of the Washington State Auto Dealers Association. A lot more to this family, both in terms of accomplishments and some drama. We're going to get into it when we have it in our Juneteenth special this summer.
You can't have that many decades and generations without a little drama.
This is true.
But what an amazingly beautiful story of land and legacy.
I'm glad we were able to stumble upon it and be able to tell it.
Absolutely.